Здравейте на всички кирца от Модern Gaming и тук това е 11-ти епизод на Hogwarts Legacy. Миналия епизод се запознахме с бийстовете, така да го кажем, с хипогрифите, разни други лудници и сега почваме да ходим по часовете, да видим какво ще става тук. Настанете се удобно и искам да ви благодаря, че сте част от тази поредица и да ви приканя да се абонирате, ако още не сте го направили. Така помагате на мен и маднете общността. Благодаря ви. Ще научим някакви работи преди да продължим с историята. Все пак ни трябват магийки. А и те постоянно ни напомнят историята, да не забравяме часовете си. Така че заминаваме натам. Надявам се да ви е приятно. На мен е адски приятно. Да видим професор Шарп. Какво става, шефа? Всичко съм свършил.
Well, well. I trust you are meticulous in your efforts. After all, shortcuts only ever lead to shortcomings.
Yes, sir, of course.
Good. Ordinarily, I'd say it's not my concern either way, but you... I want to make sure you're well prepared. Talent and resolve are a potent combination. It would be a shame to let that go to waste.
Thank you, Professor.
Don't let it go to your head. Now, let's see how you fare with Diffindo. Wand at the ready. Focus. Diffindo can be dangerous if you're not paying attention. Very good. It seems you have a grasp on Diffindo. I would encourage you once again to practice here in the classroom. It's a pleasure to have a student who actually heeds instruction.
Така, да научим и следващата магийка. Лейшиус. Или Глациус, не знам. И после продължаваме по историята. Няма какво се притеснявам. Както вече знаете, епизодите ще са малко по-дългички. В сравнение с тези на GTA. Но RPG-цата изискват повече време.
How did you get on with those tasks?
Very good. Тук има някакви писма. Някакви работи.
Madam Kagawa, I completed the list of tasks you assigned.
Wonderful. I trust you became more familiar with your broom through the process?
Yes, Professor.
That's good to hear. Keep it up, and perhaps one day you'll have a spot on the Quidditch team.
Аз хубаво ще имам място в Quidditch team, ама то няма Quidditch. Само стадиона седи.
Pay attention to your wand work.
Обърках едно копче, ама добре, че го научих.
Well done. I'd recommend that you practice your new spell here in my office before taking
Добре.
There you go. Catching them quickly.
Уоу, това е доста силна магия, не мисля. И сега продължаваме с мейн сторито. Би трябва да научим локомора, локпик магията. И ще ни забъркат някъде силно.
On another adventure, are we?
I believe you are ready to learn Arresto Momentum, the slowing charm. It allows you to freeze objects or people in midair. Simply complete a few tasks and then come and see me.
Да.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not.
Никой не очакваше трол атак.
The village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night.
О,
Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Ooh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed, which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience.
знаех си, че е
Those
корец.
statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name.
О,
Some
хилч.
jackanapes use the
Дайте
body
ми
to learn my
хилове.
greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness.
Много ясно е пич. Ние не се страхуваме от нищо.
Most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of 2 statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like
Tosh.
me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
Какво е това, бе?
Alohomora.
Как работи това? Нещо не спаща. Да не видят. What? Guys. Какво става тук, бе? Добре, бирай бе, когато разберем какво се случва.
Well done. You're
Това
in.
е било много лесно, аз съм много
Use
тъп.
the disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle after all.
Извинявам се, гайс.
Revelio.
Добре. Тук взимам честа.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddle
Revelio.
Я не ме видях.
This must be the prefect's bathroom.
Сега разбрах как става. Много лесно е било.
Preparing for a rebellion. Perhaps Ranrock and Hyssop wouldn't be so combative if the ministry would allow them to have wands.
One of those goblins comes near me, I'll hand him his hat. I'm not afraid of a goblin rebellion. My marks in Professor Hecat's class are superb.
I don't think that's what that class is for.
Why don't you leave goblins?
От тук е изи.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio.
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though. Well, I suppose I should begin my...
But the students are terribly disappointed about Quidditch being cancelled.
I had planned to bet a few galleons on Hufflepuff this season.
Никой да не твърди. Може да сте яли боб, ма се стискате, защото ще ме разкрият тук и край. И направо падам от стола. Ай!
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Готови
I have
сме,
the loot
гайс.
you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined with your
В този
help to
полтергайст
discover
отзад,
the
където
identity of my
послушва. Беги, бе.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. Seems they're everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
What are you up to now?
Тук и тия стълби, където са.
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts, and she hasn't been... I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
Ми пич не го използвам много.
I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
Добре.
I've not heard from my uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
Мога за всички да се срещна. Въпросът е, че ми иска 15 лева. Трябва да намеря някъде мишена.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide.
Добре. Ще решим този пъзел. 4, 6. Това е магически квадрат. Първи или втори клас ги учихме. Преди години. Искам да разбера.
Revelio.
Добре, ама другото квадратче къде е? Не квадратче, а кръгче. Там. Ревелио, ама ревелиото... Така има често, добре. Къде са другите, бе, гайс?
Revelio.
Не знам какво е това тук.
Levioso. Revelio.
Сега ще вдигнем лево.
Alohomora.
Изи.
Revelio.
Reading can be as magical as any spell. Why can't students see that?
Много добре.
Revelio.
Underground.
Incendio.
Може би колко чертички има триъгълник. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Три. Не знам, тия пъзели трябва някога да ги решим, обаче. А те са и тука. Това е за пис. Ама някъде че искаше да ни издаде в библиотеката. Divination.
Revelio.
О, тук ги пише. Това е нулата. Кончето е... това не е конче, е такова еднорог. Лона е 2. Идрата е 3. Колата е 4. Пайка е 5. Не, това не е пайк. Това е някакъв хедкраб. Гекона е 6. Октопода е 7. Добре, трябва да ги запомня. Дебил. Да. 0, 1, 2, 3, 5. Добре. Какво трябва, за да стане 9? Значи хидрата е 3. 2 плюс 3 – 5. Орка. Това беше четворка. Кой хидра? Готово. Тия странички много помагат. Тук пак има, но... Тук са много, бе. Яйкс. Добре. Решаваме пъзел. 6. И 5. Така, 11. Какво ни трябва, за да учим 17 гекон. А второто ни трябва единичка, което беше кончето. Станах мастър на пъзели, гайс. Седем. Това беше 5. Гекона 6. Трябва ни четворка. Това беше двойка.
Revelio.
Само, че така не качваме левел. Само си пълним инвентара. Но пък съм благодарен, че дойдохме тук, защото нямаше да разберем за тия лудници. То се съмна. От тук сме при тая е нашата съученичка, майка й. Това 15. Отиваме при Себастиан, защото мисля, че при него би трябвало да има повече екшън. Добре, значи трябва да летим. И ще летим.
Seems a pleasant enough little place.
О, на това. Аз трябва да го смена, между другото. Взехме много шлиферка. Отбелязвано е Hufflepuff. Гайз, вече сме доста далече от Hogwarts. Като цяло. Мапа е огромен, няма да ви лъжа. 1600, не знам какво е това, метра ли са, доста време го прекусяваме. А ако нямаше летене, още по-дълго щеше да е. Да, тук има ли чест?
Aloha, Mora.
Има бе. Да отключим Fast Travel. Къде си, Себастиан? Братко.
You made it.
Аз дойдох преди тебе, пич. Какво значи you made it?
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way.
Давай, пичага. То мислиш, че ще се
Used to be a lot livelier.
развесели
With
момичето.
Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
What do you mean?
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never! I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
Не можахме да развеселим момичето.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
Маняк, не искам да те обиждам, ама ти бъгна на металото. Лифера, т.е. Вече си шотландец.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he knows better than the healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. especially Sebastian. If you really want to be
До
a
някъде
friend,
е прав
make sure
човека.
Sebastian does what he should
Той е
do,
скрил да
not
не
what
го
he wants to
намери
do.
с момичето.
He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said.
Но пък от друга гледна точка никога не трябва да се отказваш.
I'm sorry about
И
earlier.
дадеш ли се си залуга.
Bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Странно.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother and me in line.
I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your
Значи
uncle being an
това
expert,
сърце е било
refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists.
готино.
I must
Едно
say,
време.
I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my
Вот тя вече
pain.
се е предала.
Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Това е много тъжна история, гайс. Стана ми кофти.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
И тук вече е сериозен казус. Да продължим да бъдем приятели с него или да му кажем Чичо му е прав.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. There's a dead only following orders. Leave your accusations in I won't. Let's get this over with. You are You'll pay for that. You've made your last mistake. How nice was it? You call that spell cast? Stupid. How childish. I won't rest until you're dead. One less human to worry about. A bit more than I'd bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Нали никой не умря, така че какво ти пука, брат?
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at billywhigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Revelio.
I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
Друго, какво би могло да... Аха.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Точно в тази къща отивам, Печи.
Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Revelio. This well looks familiar.
Кой не е изкопан?
Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a portkey. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers.
Точно.
And this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
There's one way to find out.
И как да мина? Не мога да мина.
Revelio. Revelio.
Какво правим тука? Ага, има маза. Как да минем?
Incendio. Lumos. Accio.
Няма магия, която мога да използвам.
Revelio.
Това мина само гоблин. Или?
Revelio. Accio.
Хайде много 20. Как те се разходим? Я не ме вълнуват. Как да се качим? Не може да летим.
Lumos. Incendio. Revelio.
Е, тук загази. Тук сериозно загази. Търчи.
Revelio.
Не мога да мина. Сега избърва, когато разберем как да минем. Добре, значи гайс, играта бъгна. Обърках се, релоднах аутосейва само и само.
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth
Да достигна до тук.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels. A journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this.
Not sure what I did to deserve that.
Lumos. You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
О, тук. Те искат да влязат в Hogwarts от тук. Дали?
I know it sounds strange, but
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath.
Това улеснява нещата, значи, че от Undercroft, че мога да идваме тук директно. Ама пък и те така ще влизат.
Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look.
Видях чест, дайте ми честа. Това са парчета от журнал е.
Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note.
Къде е чест?
Let's have a
Ето го.
look.
Anything helpful in the note?
Аз нищо не разбрах.
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not. Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Sian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Okay. Добре. Ами това ще бъде всичко за този епизод на Hogwarts Legacy, guys. Благодаря ви, че гледахте. Ако ви е харесало, цъкнете лайк. Разбира се, ако не ви е харесало, цъкнете дизлайк. И си в следващия епизод. Това аз бях Кирис от Моден Гейминг. И до скоро!